y'all.
Hey.
I'm Ebony.
And I'm Shakur.
And welcome to the UnapologeticallyUs podcast, where we talk about life, mental health, fitness, finances, and everything in between. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
That's right. Welcome back. And at the time we are recording this, we hit our goal of 100 subscribers before our 1 year episode, which will air next week. So shout out to all of our subscribers, our new subscribers. Welcome. And if you're watching and you still haven't subscribed yet, you know, because we didn't hit 100.
We in there.
1K, where you at?
It's only up from here.
It's only up from here. You know what I'm saying? So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that we out here, you know, dropping episodes each and every week, day in and day out. Like today, we both was at work. We've been at work all day. But you know what? We had to come up here and give y'all a show. Give y'all an episode because we done committed to this shit.
It's happening.
So
1 year, it's there. It's there.
And with that, we got some different wine this time.
Ooh.
Y'all be like, oh, y'all always drinking Stella. Well, we got some different wine this time, and we have not tasted this wine, so y'all gonna get real raw reactions of how we feel about this wine.
She gonna say, and don't taste it till you get on camera.
Because you gotta roll with it. So we got Gloria Agavita.
Okay.
Agavita?
You asking the wrong person.
It's a 100% day agave wine, and we got the peach flavor. It smells
delicious.
Good. So I hope it tastes as good as it smells.
I hope so too. You know, sometimes the wines will trick you. They can smell real good
and be not so good. And let me tell you something. I poured a little extra in mine, just a little bit, because it's been a day. We winding down for the day.
She winding down already at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, I'm messing with that. I'm messing with it. Yay! See, y'all know we like sweet.
Oh, it's so good. I need this on the side of my bathtub. Like me a little candle.
It's giving like.
Oh, it's so good.
It's giving like.
Okay, Gloria.
I almost cussed these people out today. And to keep me from cussing y'all out tomorrow, let me just have this agave with a little peach, with a hint of peach in it.
Baby, I'm gonna drink that. I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel at the end of the episode. We're gonna see how good it really is.
we over here slurring the words. Y'all be knowing though, when we be butchering the clothes out, you're like, yeah, they feeling that wine today.
Yep, they must be on episode 3.
Anyway, we're gonna get into our first topic, our first segment. See, y'all ain't
already. It ain't that good. Gloria, you ain't that good.
It ain't that good.
Gloria ain't that good.
It's the end of the day, so my mind is mentally in my bed. But child, listen, you.
Well, look, child, listen. My child, listen. I am dedicated to the love of my life, baby.
Love of my life.
You are my friend.
Love of my life.
One more time.
Love of my life.
Oh, Lord. Oh, I needed that. Okay. That girl is crazy. Anywho, child, listen. Today, when y'all see this episode, it will be my husband's birthday. Happy birthday, baby. I love you so much. Y'all see how much I love him? Happy birthday, hon.
Somebody gonna have some fun tonight.
She do too much.
You married.
She do too much.
You married though.
Yeah. Baby, happy birthday. I love you.
Oh, we cutting this for the clip.
See you later.
I know that's right. See you later, alligator. The wild crocodile.
Girl, the people gonna think we already had one. Yeah, they gonna be like, these people been drinking
y'all drunk already. No,
we not. First sip for real.
Yeah, we probably just a little tired. That's about it.
What about you?
Well,
Child?
before I get to my happy birthday, Des, I was gonna say best friend.
I know you
to you.
I had already turned my.
And I was like, let me not say she gonna be. But anyway, happy birthday, Des. Have a great day and enjoy your weekend. For me, yeah, y'all, you know, I'm here.
Tired.
I am tired. I did work last night, and I've been in meetings all day. And I'm gonna say this, and then you know, I'm gonna rant a little bit for my child listen today. I'm not an all-day meeting person. I like to call myself an introvert extrovert. I only can take people for so long. And I can only take people that I don't really care being around. I can't take them at all. So if you tell me that a meeting is going to be an hour, 45 minutes, I'm already mentally done left that meeting. So 15 minutes after that, which makes it an hour, my body needs to leave too. If I'm not out the room with a meeting, then I'm going to get frustrated. That's why I be so gonna hold on. If I get off at 4:30, 4:31, I don't know y'all.
I don't know you at all.
Actually, 4:15, my mind already in my bed at home.
I already made it home.
I'm already made it home. But you know, physically, I can't leave till 4:30. So I'm just letting y'all. I'm just saying. Whew. For y'all who are thinking about being supervisors and managers and aspiring to be there, let me tell you, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. It ain't all it's cracked up to be, you know. I only got 3 people, and I'm like, I could go back.
You can go back
to not being in charge of nobody but my damn self. I mean, it has this perk, you know, leadership skills and all that good stuff to put on your resume. for the most part.
Baby, she is old. Baby, she is old.
Cause let me tell y'all, I've been in me and Shakur on the phone for probably like 20 minutes. Somebody hit my desk and said, "Oh, let me call you back."
Yep.
And I've been in what feel like meetings ever since. I'm so meeting out.
If you know her, you know she's an email person.
I am. If I feel like this could be a nice email, why are we talking? But I'm gonna say this. It's not so much of the meeting, and you know, like it needs to be an email. I just have a problem being around people I don't really care for. Y'all know how much energy it takes to be around people you don't care for, and you gotta be like this. Yeah, the kids, right? Yeah, I did try that restaurant. Oh my God, it's so. Oh, I can't do it. They be like, in your face, just say, I'm so unbothered. Because I'm not here in my mind. I want you to shut the hell up and get out of my face. Once you say what you need to say, all right, meeting adjourned.
Let's go.
All right, all minds clear. Like, come on. But anyway.
She digressed.
I digress. I said, ooh, I feel so much better now. I got that out. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. And I'm thankful for the opportunities. But I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, everything has its pros and cons.
Yeah, absolutely.
And being a supervisor has its pros and cons, because sometimes you gotta sit in crap you don't want to be in. And it ain't got nothing to do with your team. It's just that you part of the management side, so you gotta sit in meetings you don't really want to be in.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, life is great, I guess.
I guess
life is great, and yeah, we here. Anyway. Whew. Before we get into the topic, I told my coworker, I said, this is how I know I be on the go too much. I can get 10 minutes from my house, 15 minutes from my house, and my body will know. When I get out, girl, when I get out there interstate, it's like all of a sudden you be like, so I just had to say that. That's funny how your body be like, we are almost at home. Like when you got to pee, you got to hold it,
to say that.
and then you get close to the toilet,
bathroom,
and you be like, oh, I got to pee, and you be like, yeah, we finna come now. My sleep right be like, yeah, we about to hit the bed right now, even though you 15 minutes from home. But we gonna get into today's topic. Which that rant was good because, you know, when you dealing with a job or whatever and the stresses that come with that, sometimes it messes up your mental health. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you need that coin. Because if you ain't got the money, then you're going to be on a whole nother level of mental health. Shakora laughing, but this is a serious matter right now.
I'm lost for words.
This is very important.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, really, okay, yeah. But yeah, why you had to do that? Yeah, did this your calm it down face? Ooh, they gonna be laughing at us in the comments. But anyway, being that I'm in the finance field, Shakora's in the mental health field, we were talking, I think the last time we recorded, Shakora was like, I wonder if we could talk about the correlation between finances and mental health. Kind of like seeing how those two coincide with each other. And I was like, I could see that. From a financial standpoint, that I look at it like most of the time when your money good, you good. But when your money ain't good, you ain't good. Even looking at like I said, I talk about my job and I think, but I am grateful for the on the finance tip as far as my checks that come every 2 weeks, amen. That it's allowed me to afford, you know, certain, you know, my lifestyle in a sense, my bills, so to speak. But it's crazy because I was telling Shakora when she was on the way here, that where I'm at now, pay wise, it was a goal of mine 2 years ago. And sometimes I find myself getting in these states of like, why are you complaining when 2 years ago you would have flipped all the buildings and tables to be where you at? And I'm like, on one end, I can see that. On the other end, I didn't factor in inflation. I knew that certain stuff, I knew that cost of stuff would go up, but I didn't think it would be to this extreme that it is now. So if you would have told me that if I hit this salary goal, that I would still have to do stuff on the side to
make ends meet.
Not really make ends meet, but have wiggle room. Yeah. Be able to continue to save, to be able to continue to do something. Yeah. To go out to eat or something like that, I would have been like, you tripping. But in a way, when you single and when you're by yourself, yeah, all that does fall on you. And so if you have goals beyond where you are, you do have to work a little more to continue saving and stuff like that. You can budget, you know, whatever, but you still could be in position where you have to work a little more to get where you want to be. And I can see where it can play on your mental, because I, for one, know when my money ain't right, I ain't right. If I can't pay my bills, then I ain't right. If I can't eat, then I ain't right. So it's like, on a financial standpoint, on one end you like, yeah, I'm grateful, but on the other end you be like, but damn, like it's still, I can still see in ways where that anxiety can creep up.
Yeah. And definitely for me, of course, I feel like I have been stable for a little while, but if I'm reflecting, I can remember, you know, where my finances played a big on my mental, right? whether it was the way I interacted with my child, the way that I interacted with people at work. Cause yeah, you was giving me the check, but it wasn't hitting like it was supposed to be hitting. So I still had issues there. You know, hell, I'm cussing out people at the grocery store in traffic. Like I know that everything is anxious driven. I'm more angry because my finances wasn't together. And so definitely finances taking an effect on your mental is real.
Mm-hmm. Cause it ain't nothing like laying in the bed and stressing out because you got this bill due, and you know, like what that song, look, you got a light bill due, work it out, even got a gas bill too. But people really be in situations of like, they about to cut my stuff off. Or
having to decide, oh, do I pay rent or the car note? Do I pay the car note or the car insurance? I'm just paying car note because I'm just going without the insurance, but I'm still stressed. I'm high. Now anxiety going up every time I see a police because I have to decide on paying the car note or the insurance.
And I got dropped on my insurance.
And now I'm over here riding dirty, Jesus, riding hot. I'm coming in hot now.
Or you you talk about me being on one. But yeah, or you pay the rent because in your mind I gotta lay my head somewhere, and you kind of finagling the car note situation, so you hide in your car
parking in other places
because you don't want people to come get it.
I can park my car at your house and then you drop me back at home,
and then
it's real.
I literally just thought about this literally just now, that we hitting it from a not having enough money standpoint, but what if you are good? And sometimes the anxiety that can come with that, because I know someone who you get to that point. I don't say you better off dead than alive, but if you die, your people are straight. And sometimes they can play on your mental like, do I disclose this information? I mean, yeah, there are documentations that people have to sign, but it's like, dang, if you know, what if you just get in a bind one day and then you off me? Now I'm in the back of my mind wondering about that. Or if you married, because there are shows like Snapped and Fatal Attraction, and where you see real life scenarios where the woman was, or the person was unhappy with their spouse, had an affair, and at this point the person becomes better off dead than alive to you. So, or you reach a level in life and then you feel lonely because at this point you're wondering, are people being my friend because of me, or are they being my friend because of my resources and what I have? And so we can hit it from a not enough standpoint, but what if you just really well off too?
Right. Yeah, definitely. I see that all the time. That goes to that saying that says, money doesn't bring or buy happiness. Like, just because I have money doesn't mean that I'm happy. Most of the richest people, the famous people we watch on TV every day or listen to or whatever, they have the money, they have the resources, they have the things that they need, but they still struggling with mental health, or they struggling with drug use, or they trying to, do suicide and all of that stuff, or hurt others, or whatever the case may be. So money does not bring happiness at all. It's just how you do it and how you position it in your life to work for you. So, even those times where you're working to get to have a certain amount of money, but that's why the money shouldn't be the motive, basically, right? We hear all the time too that money is the root of all evil, and I believe that as well. And also knowing that plays on my mental health, trying so hard to get more than enough, because then sometimes you even have the money, or you're working toward the money and you're getting well off, where you're not spending it, you're not buying stuff. And I think that ties into what we were saying in the money episode, the money story episode, was that like sometimes based off of the things we've been through, we will hold on to that money, which still causes us anxiety and depression. Some people wake up every day, the first thing they do in the morning is check their bank account. I could say that used to be me. Or whatever. I'm literally getting up. I know when I went to sleep, I had $533.12, and I need every penny of it to be in there when I wake up. Whatever the case may be. And that is anxious driven. Like I'm literally going to stress and have anxiety over where my money gonna be. I'm over here trying to lock my card so that nothing can be automatic drafted out of it that I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? And so that's on that end. But even having the money, giving it out to people, thinking because I have it, I can give, I could buy this, I could buy this person, I could buy their happiness, I could buy this relationship, and then it's still not being what you need it to be. Stressed out, mad, angry, upset over it because you think it's gonna bring you your happiness. It will not.
It can, cause I see what people say on like Twitter and stuff, and they're like, whoever said money can't buy happiness lie. You know, money can give you the resources to use what you would deem as your escapes. So, like my sister, her outlet to kind of unwind, get herself back intact is traveling. So she's in position to where if I'm gonna work all these days, and I'm gonna be on somebody's resort. I'm gonna unwind and enjoy myself, and I'm gonna be refreshed enough to come back. I know I'm gonna come back to the bull, but I'm gonna be refreshed enough to come back, and I know I got another trip down the line.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, having the money don't stop the bull.
Right.
So before people be like, that's not true. Money allows you the resources to do certain things. Cause hell, if I could take a trip as often as she do, I'm pretty sure I'll be looking at shit a little different too. But I'm also here to say that money don't hide the bull that comes with life. Yeah, absolutely. It just gives you that freedom to maneuver it a little different than what somebody who don't have would.
Right, absolutely. Which what you're saying then helps with like those burnouts, and that's what your sister does. So work is work gonna always be work, whether I leave, whether I take a vacation, whether I quit, work gonna be work. But when I can do what, and we'll end up tying that in the end, but if I can do things that are self-care driven, like take a trip or take mental health days, some places give you your sick time, your off time, whatever the case, taking that so that you prevent burnout. Because when I'm burned out, my fuse is very, very, very short at that point. Things that I may have been able to tolerate had I had a day off or a break, then I no longer can tolerate because I'm burnt out. I can't provide you or give you, I can't pour into you the best version of me because I'm burnt out. I need a break. And money helps with that. It does. So that's another way money does play on your mental health. But it's beneficial for those who can do it. You know, I can't even 100% say, no lie. I could probably take more trips than I do. I just don't. And I guess because again, we'll talk about that, what self-care is. You know, like I love me a good trip, but it's not number one on my list like it may be for your sister.
It's not a priority to you.
Yeah.
And we know that, like I said, we hit it from a standpoint of not having enough money and how it can affect you mentally. And so I know, like I said earlier in this episode, that I hit up what I once had a salary goal, and then now I feel like I'm working more to be able to live and save and enjoy myself just a little bit. But I will say, at the same time too, you can kind of combat those things by, first of all, like Shakur said, knowing, when you talk about the money story, knowing how you see money. You know, some people get money and they hold it because they feel like poor's around the corner. And then some people who never had it feels like, who never had it feels like it's so much. So when you get it, you blow through it, and you never realize how quickly you can blow through certain stuff. For me, when I had to make a decision in my life regarding my career and pivoting and just sitting down and saying, okay, if this is what I'm bringing in, this is what's coming out. This is what I still haven't done. This is how much this costs. I still haven't done this. This is how much this costs. I still want to get a house one day. Okay, I need to make sure houses now cost this much. I am currently at this salary cap. What are my chances of getting first-time home buyer, rural development, whatever program that's available to me to make my down payment, closing costs, whatever, different? But at the same time, if I keep climbing, that may not be a thing for me. So how much do I need to have, especially if I'm doing it by myself? How much do I need to have so that I can go sit in front of a realtor and be like, yes, let's go. Can I afford this with just this? And they haven't talked with people, with my sister, and she was like, with that alone, no, you're gonna have to figure something else out. Because of how stuff is going now, with that alone, no. So for me, I had to sit back and say, okay, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to add here and also cut here. So for the longest, I didn't go get my nails done. I sat down and said what's priorities to me and what's not. And as much as I love my nails, that bill was not more important than what I looked at as long-term goals. Did it play on my mental a little bit because that was my form of self-care, my little, appearance boost, whatever you want to call it? Yeah, it did. Wearing wigs so much, recycling the same wig over and over and over because my natural hair do whatever the hell they want to do, and I can't afford to go always get braids. I can't afford to just go get this all the time if I want to stick on this goal. So, but at the same time too, still pay my bills. So when you think about finances relating to your mental health and the anxiety that goes around it, look at how you view money, and then look at your money, period. What you bringing in and what you bring and what you taking out, and then think about your goals. Now, like I said, it's not easy to do. Letting go certain stuff. Kim said right here, and I told her, I ain't been to you all year. And I told Kim, I said, girl, I'm coming back, and I still ain't went back. I still ain't went back yet.
I go next week.
But so I'm saying to say it's not easy. But if you want to, I will say from a mental standpoint, when I was able to see my savings still increase, when I was able to pay my bills and not have to worry about something being cut off because I tried to save here, or when I had to replace my battery and I was pissed about that $300, but I had the $300 to pay and some to spare, and then have to touch my savings to pay it. It lowered what would have been a stressful situation for me had I not sat down and done that.
Absolutely.
So to kind of close out your finances affecting your mental health, think about how you look at money, look at your money, look at your expenses, and then be disciplined in what you choose to do. When I was disciplined in saying, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, it did feel good. Like I said, I was pissed for paying for that battery, but it felt good to have it. So, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, for the next component, we said we were going to spend it, is how your mental health impacts finances, right? So on one end, you can think about how finances impact your mental health, and then you could flip it and how mental health has an impact on your finances, right? And so as we think about it, when we think about what about our mental health what can money do to our mental health? A lot. You know, kind of what I was just saying a little bit, increasing that anxiety, stress, right? Pushing me into depression because of what money can do when it's there and do when it's not there. You know, a lot of people will take money for granted, in my opinion, take money for granted on both ways, whether they have it or whether they don't have it. And don't realize how much stress, anxiety, depression, anger that this is causing you, right? Mm-hmm. Or even to another extent of how superior or inferior you may feel amongst others. You know, I may have friends who want to go out. Let's go out. Let's go to the movies. Let's go eat hibachi or sushi or crab, you know, and I want to go and say, yeah, oh, just
why you got to say that?
I just want something so bad. But anywho, I may have to say no to that because I can't afford it, and then that brings on separation, anxiety, feeling like I'm not as good or as well off as the next person, which then causes me to spiral right into depression or into feeling like I gotta steal things from people because I don't have, or feeling like I just can't give. You know, like I said, a part of my money story, where if you didn't have something for so long, you then gonna hold on to it and cherish it, where to you it's cherished, but looking in, it's a sense of
hoarding.
Exactly. I'm gonna hold this because if I let this go, what if I need it for that battery? What if I need it for a tire? Because Lord Jesus, if I'm gonna need it for something. So then that stress is still going up. You know, even that thought of your tire going flat or a rock hitting your, because I know I can say that I have, when I'm driving, I have anxiety about, especially since this has happened to me, I have anxiety about them doggone tires, and I have anxiety about anytime I'm driving behind a truck, because a rock is going to come out and hit my windshield, and there go $300 down the drain because I gotta get a new windshield. And thank you, Lord, that I may have it, or Lord help me because I may not have it. But in those moments, anxiety is up, right? And then let's not get a call or a child in the backseat got something to say, then I'm popping off on them too because I have this anxiety and this stress that I'm worrying about everything. So finances or your money affecting your mental is going to affect how you could perform at work, how you perform, how you take care of yourself, how you take care of your children, how you take care of your spouse, husband, wife, however, you know, having that huge impact on your mental health.
And you can even hit it from a point of like dealing, like your finances is fine, you know, but then something happens and you fall into anxiety, depression, stress, whatever, and so your outlet becomes shopping, where you laying in the bed and you don't realize you're distracting yourself from how you feel, and next thing you know, you done ran up a $500 Amazon cart,
shopping addiction
that you done spent, and now that's $500 gone. And it may give you that instant gratification when it comes, but then after a while, when you sit back and you look at it, you like, nah, I spent dollars on something that I never even touched.
Yep.
Or I'm buying stuff. Oh, a bathroom scrubber. Let me buy this. Peach holder. I don't even like peaches, but it was on and it was cute and it went with my aesthetic, so I bought it. Now you sitting here looking at something that you done spent all this money on. You like, what the hell? But you bought it because you was in a state of stress, sadness, whatever, loneliness, whatever was playing on your mental at that moment. And so you used Amazon or Fashion Nova or Shein, because Shein will loop you in real quick. So cool. Because you can never have enough clothes.
Girl,
and then next thing you know, you got a $300 Shein cart, but you like, but it was 30 items for $300 that I can't beat. I got clothes, shoes, glasses, phone case, Apple Watch band, all this for $300 something, and you had a goal of saving $1,000. When now you done spend $300, so you know, like then you instantly regret that.
Yeah.
So then it plays back on your mental because you're like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yep. Absolutely.
And then one thing about ordering shit online, most people ain't gonna take that crap back to the store to mail it back for a return.
Absolutely.
And then most stores don't even offer cash refunds. They offer store credit.
And you gotta buy something else.
And you gotta buy something else to spin that up. So it's like you over here dealing with something mentally, and instead of using wine or liquor or weed or cigarettes as your outlet becomes blowing a bag, spin a check and get it right back.
Right. And because just like those things that you named, the wine, alcohol, drugs, whatever, those are things that can become addictive. Shopping too. You know, shopping is an addiction, and I rest assure you, if you look it up in the DSM, it is there as a diagnosis because we use it as for addictive purposes, I should say. And when I'm extremely sad, I shop. That means I'm replacing one thing with another. I become addicted to it. So don't think, y'all, I want y'all to be careful and be mindful of those things, because a lot of times when things are natural for us and we just think, oh, I'm just gonna buy me a purse to feel better, or I'm gonna buy me a dress to feel better. Like, I'm not working on feeling better. I'm only using money to suffice for that feeling or whatever's maybe going on, and it's only temporary. Like Ebony said, that instant gratification, and then I'm gonna get that purse, and then that purse very well may get there, and then now it's gonna remind me of the mental state I was just in.
Because you're gonna buy that bag, and then you're gonna realize that bag do the same thing that a bag from Temu would do, or a bag from Walmart would do. The only difference is it's a name brand. That's it. And realizing,
what that looks like. Noticing it. I tell my clients, I tell my anybody that I come encounter with that ask me for suggestions or encouragement, even myself, that we have to be intentional about the things that we do daily. It's a part of self-care. It's a part of growth. It's a part of healing, where we're intentional about the things that we're doing and how we're moving forward, because something as simple as money can play on our mental health, and our mental health can play on our finances as well. And we have to, that's just another thing. And I know a lot of people will say, dang, it take a lot to be a healed person. It take a lot to be, the bigger person, or to grow, or to be growing. But we have to become the best versions of ourselves. We have to identify those things that will essentially take us down. And sometimes money is it, even though we need it. But it still can play on our mental health for sure. So we have to make sure that we're incorporating those different coping skills into loop in our self-care awareness month for September, right? We're also going to give you guys and talk a little bit about how we can, for me, mental health and what self-care looks like in that. And then Ebony for how finances and self-care looks. Okay. You want me to tell? You go first?
You can hit the mental. Okay. Well, no. I'll hit the finances first, because then you can close it with some ways they can combat the mental health part of the finances. But with the time that we in now, you scrolling TikTok, you looking at Instagram Reels, and everybody's self-care day involves going to the spa, getting your nails done, getting your hair done. This is my self-care. If that's what they deem, some people budget that for self-care. But if you're not at that point where you can't spend a day to go spend hundreds of dollars to tend to your needs, you can look up other ways to give yourself that self-care. For me, in cutback season, I have grown a love for Tubi movies. And because I'm on the go so much, that a day of self-care for me is not looking at a budget, not looking at QuickBooks, not looking at a tax return, not looking at nothing. Putting my phone in my room, snuggling up, before I put a TV in my room, but snuggling up on my couch with my with my blanket and whatever snacks I want, whether it's a pizza, because I love pizza, and some wings or something, and I'm just indulging in Tubi movies, or I'm binge watching the show. And for me, that's a free self-care. The most I may spend is $10-$20 because I'm gonna find a deal. Pizza Hut be having they $9.99 large pizzas. That's what I get. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to toss my own wings. Okay.
And they are delicious.
Wingstop who? You know what I'm saying? So
we do gotta stop and get the ranch though.
We do gotta stop and get the ranch. Cause Kraft and Great Value is gonna hit like Wingstop do. But even with that, I had like with actually COVID kind of forced me into it. But I realized, I can save a little money just cooking the wings myself. Mm-hmm. Now, sometimes when I get it right, I'll be competing with Wingstop. But it's a good enough substitute for me to where, okay, cool. Cause my self-care budget, I'm telling you, ain't $500. So if I had a good tip night and I got $25 to spare, then okay, I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna go get this, and then I got to eat into myself. Oh, it's football season now. Oh, I can be on my couch and watch football all day. Yeah. So, like I said, if spa days and you have the means to budget to do that, and that push you back in your good spirits in your zone or whatever, by all means do that. Mm-hmm. But for those who are not at that point, find you something that you like to do. Walking in the park, reading a book. I know a coworker who says sometimes I just want to go to the park and read a book. Mm-hmm. Just to get away from my husband and my kids. Just go be one with me. Mm-hmm. Some moms like to link up with other moms and go have a margarita. Mm-hmm. You can find you a happy hour somewhere. Or it could be sending your kids somewhere and you having some me time or whatever. Or like I said in my case, Tubi. I love the ratchet get on this Tubi movies. So yeah, you have that part of the finance side where you can. Like I said, my sister, hers is trips. But you also have that side of like, you know what? I need to, everybody talking about Power, let me take a day and just watch Power all day. And then sometimes too, on the finance tip, self-care sometimes for me looks like I've been moving to where everybody want me to do all week. I've been going here, I've been going there, I've been doing this, I've been showing up here. Everybody leave me alone today, and I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Absolutely. So if I want to go beat in the streets and be seen, and I got the means to go do it, then I'm gonna go do it. But if I want to sit my butt in this house and not go nowhere, then I'm gonna sit my butt in this house and not go nowhere. If I want to comb I can even put this wig on, curl it up real good, put me some cute pajamas on to go sit in the living room, and I am okay with that. Absolutely. So don't focus too hard on, well, I gotta spend money for self-care, because you really don't.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good. When you think of your mental health and self-care, and of course those things coincide, those things link up. Y'all, if y'all watch this show, y'all hear me say all the time that I am a self-care girl. I'm always encouraging and letting people know how important self-care is, which it definitely is. So as it relates to mental health and self-care, knowing that self-care, like Ebony said, for one, it doesn't have to be expensive, but also knowing that self-care isn't a one-size-fits-all. So just because walking in the park or taking trips works for somebody, oh, well, my friend said that if I take a trip, or my friend say if I do this or do that, then I'll feel better. No, you have to kind of explore self-care. You have to incorporate self-care as things that you like to do. Like Ebony said, I could just sit on my couch, look cute, and be comfortable for free and be okay with that. But somebody else, that may not work for, whether they have money or not. And finding different ways to, for one, it be something that you enjoy, but then two, where your noticing how it's helping your mental health. Because sometimes, you know, you can say, oh, well, I'm gonna be selfless and go help somebody. That's my self-care. Okay, you can do that, but if it begins to become draining, where it feels like I have to, where I'm feeling guilt or resentment because I didn't do or I can't do, then it's not self-care. And so knowing that self-care is not one size fit all, and I have to make it person-centered. I have to make sure it's wrapped around me. When I'm thinking about self-care and the things that I'm gonna do for me as it relates to self-care, it's literally nobody else in the equation but me, right? So if that means I get to come home, I want to sit in the living room in the dark and laugh at TikTok videos. If that is self-care, go do it. If the $500 spa where you could go jump in the water, you could lay in a lazy river, you could get a massage, you could drink some wine, and that $500, $600 trip is self-care for you and you can afford it, by all means go and do that. But it is okay for those who cannot. Self-care is not expensive. It does not have to be expensive. Self-care can include grounding techniques where I'm literally just becoming one with the ground. I'm pulling myself into the moment, into where I am, right? I'm noticing those things. I'm noticing my feelings. Sometimes self-care for me is after I done saw a few clients, 4 or 5 clients back to back, right? It's literally just pushing my chair away from my desk and just sitting there and deep breathing, like, whew, girl, you done a lot. Positive self-talk, encouraging myself, and doing that for me, right? So as I wrap up self-care and how it relates to your mental health, I want to again say September is Self-Care Awareness Month. So I will encourage everybody to be in a state, be intentional about doing things for themselves. Self-care, where it is the benefit of your mental health. I'm decompressing. I'm preventing burnout. I'm preventing the spillover, which is work affecting home, home affecting work, and work affecting my relationship. All of that. I'm preventing all of those things just by simply incorporating self-care.
Yep. And just to emphasize that it's okay if self-care is selfish, and sometimes self-care is saying no. Self-care is selfish. That if you dedicate this time to go to just be by yourself and your friends want you to come out and you say no,
that is okay.
That is okay.
Yep.
Because you are dedicating that time to be selfish.
Yes, absolutely. Agreed.
Clear?
She is forgetting the word.
Oh.
Psych
your mind. Psych your mind, because I finished my wine.
Trip.
Again, we had Gloria Agavita peach flavored. It was good.
Gloria
is something good. You know, I told Shakur we gotta try something different because we always, you know, when we in a push, we just go with what we know. Stella and Stella Honey Peach was calling my name, but I was like, no, Shakur, let's just get something different. But if you have any podcast topic suggestions or any questions you'd like for us to answer, be sure to email us at unapologeticallyuspod@yahoo.com. We have been getting topic suggestions via, you know, just word of mouth communication or whatever. So we accept those too. You don't necessarily have to do that, but if you just want to be anonymous with what you want to talk about, that's a route. You can either reach out to us on our Instagram page at unapologeticallyuspod, hit the DMs, comment under a post. We check those things, comment under a video. I randomly go back and just look at old videos to see if there's new comments or anything like that. So there are many avenues to reach out to us to see if there's something that you want us to answer or something you want us to touch on.
Yes.
And if that's all, thank you guys for joining us. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate us on all podcast platforms. And until the next time, bye y'all.
Bye.